The endless hallway. Ethan slipped the keycard into the slot, the green light blinking as the door to room 312 clicked open. He was exhausted from his long drive and barely registered the dim beige walls and the faintly musty scent of the hotel room. Tossing his duffel bag on the bed, he kicked off his shoes and decided to grab a drink from the vending machine down the hall. The hallway was empty and silent, lit by a flickering fluorescent bulb in the distance. The vending machine stood just outside the elevator. Ethan fed it a few coins, retrieved his soda, and turned back toward room 312. That's when he noticed it. The hallway seemed longer. He shook his head, dismissing the thought as fatigue. But as he walked, his room seemed farther away, as if retreating into the distance. The numbers on the doors were all wrong. 317, 318, 3119, but his room had been just a few steps from the elevator. Ethan stopped and turned around. The elevator was gone, swallowed by the ever-stretching corridor. The flickering light overhead buzzed louder, its strobe-like flashes making shadows crawl across the walls. Just tired, he muttered to himself, quickening his pace. Room 312 eventually came into view, but something was off. The door was slightly ajar, a sliver of darkness yawning from within. He hesitated, his hand trembling as he pushed it open. The room was identical to how he had left it, his duffel bag on the bed, his shoes by the door, but the air was icy cold. He backed away, deciding to call the front desk, but the hallway outside was no longer empty. A figure stood at the far end, barely visible in the dim light. It was still, its outline distorted and wrong, like a smudged painting. "Hello?" Ethan called out, his voice shaky. The figure didn't respond, it didn't move. Ethan bolted toward the elevator, or where it should have been. But the hallway stretched endlessly, the flickering light overhead growing more erratic. Doors on either side began to creak open, revealing darkness too deep, too unnatural. Whispers seeped out, low and guttural, threading through the cold air. He turned back toward his room, desperate, only to find the door gone. In its place was another stretch of hallway, curving impossibly, leading him in a new direction. His breath came in ragged gasps as the shadows on the walls grew sharper, more alive. The figure was closer now, though Ethan hadn't seen it move. Its body was wrong, too tall, its limbs crooked at unnatural angles. The whispers grew louder, now a chorus of voices chanting his name. "Please," Ethan whimpered, backing away. The figure reached out, its elongated fingers brushing against the flickering light, and then the hallway went dark.